160 pounds, pits Garrett Rose of Mineral Point, Brandon Hogan of River Valley. Rose, a senior, was 21-14 for the Pointers a year ago at the varsity level at 145. And for Hogan, suffered an injury after the first match of the season. So I'm sure he's jacked up to get back on the mat for River Valley. This match brought to you by Midway Bar and Grill, 140 High Street in Mineral Point. Open daily at 8 a.m. Full menu, the famous pizza, thanks to Dan and Chris Potterton. And their continued support of Pointer Wrestling here on BanterStateWrestling.com. Midway Bar and Grill. Hogan leads it 2-0, 40 seconds in. Hogan's goal this season is to place at the state tournaments. Most rewarding moments for the junior was placing at Bi-State back as a freshman. Three-sport athlete, Hogan. Football, wrestling, and baseball. And a reversal by Rose to tie this one up at 2. 50 seconds remaining here in the first. Rose, his goal is to make it to state. Most rewarding moment for Rose was that team state championship his freshman year. Also plays football, most improved defensive player. Good match here at 160, 2-2. Hogan with a takedown and Rose with a reversal. Mineral Point, 14-time team state champions. Their first one back in 1980. Then 81, 82, and 83, 85, and 86. In the 90s, captured gold in 97 and 99. And then picked things up in 2002 with a three-peat, 02, 03, and 04. Another three-peat, 07, 08, and 09. Coleman has captured the previous 2 Division III Team State Championships. And Coach Casper and Coleman loaded once again this season. And there is a huge escape for Brandon Hogan. Coach Schmitz coaching there on the bench at Mineral Point, one of the great coaches here in Wisconsin. In a situation right there, you could tell he's coaching Garrett, saying those are situations you got to get the ride out at Big Point, 3-2. Short time situations, final 20 seconds of a period. If you're on top, get that ride out. If you're on bottom, you got to get one. Hogan with the arm trapped. See Brandon, good position, up on the toes, good pressure, his hips are up. Something I really appreciate, especially at the high school level, guys that know how to ride. If you have that in the arsenal, that is deadly, because a lot of kids just aren't very comfortable in that top position. When it comes to winning matches down in Madison in February, guys that win are guys that know how to ride. Guys that with 15, 20 seconds left know they can depend on their ability on top to get the ride-outs, to get the turns. Guy that comes to mind, of course, to me, most recently is Jake Souflon of Heartland Arrowhead with John Messenbrink. Jake's wrestling at Nebraska, but Souflon on top was unbelievable. even battle here at 160 with Rose and Hogan. Hogan with that escape in the final couple seconds in the first. Leads it 3-2. He had the first takedown, then Rose with a reversal to tie it up before Hogan ended the first with an escape. Rose just hasn't been able to get himself in position off the whistle. Hogan tough on top. And he's on bottom to begin the third. Presented by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. This is BadgerStateWrestling.com, where it's nothing but wrestling. When you're on bottom, you got to have your elbows in. And you look at Hogan right now, he's got his feet flared out. And that's a position that he does not want to be in. When your feet are in that position, you're nowhere close to getting out. And Rose has been able to ride Hogan for the first 45 seconds as we have blood time. Action stopped at 1:14. Quick stand up there from Hogan. But Rose brings them back down. And on the bottom, first and foremost, you got to get hand control. And all the weight's got to be back. Get some hip separation. Both these guys doing a nice job on top. Rose has a decision to make. He's down by one. He's got 50 seconds. But Hogan will get the reversal, now up 5-2. And that may be the icing on the cake for the River Valley Junior Brandon Hogan. Tightly contested match here at 160. Brandon Hogan of River Valley will notch the W with a 5-2 decision. He joins Alt and Legal as winners for River Valley. Hogan over Rose at 160. It's BadgerStateWrestling.com.